seeing each other as Paramashiva. That is where the seed of Kailasa starts. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist. Not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanyapitas all over the world. Hinduism is greater science. We do everything centered on greater science of cosmos.
About the whole pandemic and the only solution that the world needs today during the time of this pandemic. Now, to everybody that are watching this, that are listening to this, many of you might be first time listening, or many of us, we all know how much when Swamiji reveals, when Devi reveals something, we have always seen it as reality, happening as reality. Not just that, it is scientific, highly spiritual, highly, like it's a sacred science, yet extremely scientific, extremely authentic. Now, Devi revealed about the deaths that are going to start happening due to the whole coronavirus pandemic. We are going to take you all through a segment to show you all statistically the truths, statistically backed truths of the revelations
and
that Devi
understand
Parashakti.
this is right after Devi revealed. After this revelation came from Devi Parashakti, whatever statistics we are going to be sharing with you are after that. And so it says, I'm just going to be reading out a few statistics. So this is from Hindustan Times. Live, India reports over 400,000 fresh COVID-19 cases for the first time.
Next, we have the next news article, Mint, that has published, India records over 66 lakh COVID-19 cases in April. 66 lakhs. Devi had exactly revealed, saying not just lakhs, in crores it will happen. We already have 66 lakhs cases that are recorded just in April.
Understand, this shows how the severity is increasing. The next one is from India Today, says coronavirus live updates in new global record. India sees daily COVID-19 cases spike of 4 lakh, 3,523 deaths reported.
We can also see Yahoo News, which says India COVID, Delhi running out of space for cremations. There's so much of cremation, there's so much of dead bodies, so many deaths that are happening, and Delhi is running out of space for cremation.
And COVID-19 now is the second biggest cause of death in India. And so many news. You can actually go to the next slide now. This is from the COVID-19 updates from Maharashtra. 26,616 new cases and 516 deaths just in Maharashtra in the last 24 hours. Understand, we are having continuously, yes, you can go to the further slides now. We are having continuously more and more proofs coming how so many deaths are happening. Just like how Parashakti warned us, Just like how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism warned us more than 1.5 years before. Yeah, and even in 2018, Swamiji himself had revealed, telling, just stay alive for the next 3 years. Nobody understood the severity or the degree of what that statement meant. And today, and as it started unraveling itself, starting from April of 2020, I think even much before, I think even in February, March, it started unraveling itself. And now the cases are only going more severe and severe. When the whole world started, when the lockdowns receded and things started feeling like back to normal, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism warned again, telling the deaths are going to be in huge numbers.
Actually, even in satsangs, multiple times Swamiji revealed, saying the pandemic is not yet over. Things might have seemed to settle on January, in the month of January, after the December 14th Pralaya ended. In the month of January, Swamiji himself revealed on the satsang also, saying the people that coronavirus might have seemed to settle, but it's a false delusion that is being put. The coronavirus pandemic is not yet over. And Swamiji himself also warned to all the Hindus and the whole humanity, saying that still the after effects of corona is going to happen. Not just that, the disease itself is not settled. And Swamiji told, do not freely start walking around, do not start mingling, do not start socializing.
Actually, if you remember, he kept warning continuously. Every satsang Swamiji will tell, no, do not start going around, do not start, as much as possible, stay in home. So many times. This is even before the lockdowns were announced. Actually, lockdowns came, then everything got relaxed. Lockdowns got relaxed. Everyone it was like as if it was back to normal. Swamiji kept saying, no, it is not back to normal. It is still going on. Do not do not go back to your old lifestyle. Continue to be in this protective way. Swamiji different guidelines, what to do, how to do. All those who listen save themselves. Then now Parashakti came and very recently she revealed in a very, very profound, powerful way, saying the deaths that are going to happen in India are not going to be in thousands, are not going to even be in lakhs, but will be in crores. And already, just like how the statistics are showing, we are able to see just the reported deaths. Understand? Only the reported deaths itself has spiked up so much.
Actually, just wanted to let you all know, this whole statistical presentation that we are taking you all through and the scientific backing for what Devi revealed, not just, of course, all of us know, and just by listening to it, we'll know the authenticity of it. Please understand, us, humanity, we need to cognize the depth of the pandemic, how this pralaya is affecting people, not just deaths. Understand, only if you cognize the realistic of, the reality of what Devi is revealing, that how it is happening actually in reality, we all will wake up. Not just to that, but the pandemic's effects on the society. It is not just deaths, but only when you cognize the numbers of deaths that are happening, as Devi revealed, we can see humanity is suffering today directly because of the COVID pandemic, and indirectly because of all of the effects and side effects of the COVID pandemic. Now let us take you all through. We'll take you all through and we'll read out some of the effects of the pandemic on the society as projected to you all. The social distancing and self-isolation. There are travel restrictions that people are facing. There is reduced workforce across all the economic sectors. Job loss amidst all the places. There are 400 million plus jobs that are lost for people. And there's disruption of normal life of children. And there is decreased demand for commodities and manufactured products, which is directly causing a major economic downfall. There's increased demand in food and stockpiling of food products.
The domino effect on healthcare and nutrition, infodemic. spread of panic and fear through social media, xenophobia against specific ethnic and geographic groups, which is leading to a lot of violence. Understand what we had as the modus operandi just a year back is totally disrupted, and the whole world, it's like post-COVID world, the new world order is totally different. 400 million full-time jobs lost in terms of working hours. 400 million. Among the worst hit are the 1.6 billion workers in the informal economy and young people, women, and persons. The pandemic's effect on society, it's taking a toll. A significant 53% of Indian business indicate the marked impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on business operations, even at early impacted the cash flow organizations with almost 80% reporting a decrease in the cash flow.
And the COVID-19 is the first increase in global poverty since 1998. The next slide, Ma. We'll now see the increase of poverty due to the coronavirus pandemic. The COVID-19 is likely to cause the first increase in global poverty. Please go to the next slide. I request the NTV operator to kindly present the next slide, please. The COVID-19 is likely to cause the first increase in global poverty since 1998, pushing about 40 to 60 million people into extreme poverty, with our best estimate being 49 million, and it might go up to 60 million. Already we have so many countries, so many deaths that's happening due to malnourishment, non-availability of food, and many people are getting pushed into poverty, where for their basic meals they are starting to struggle. From June 24th to June 30th, 2020, around 22% of essential workers in the US reported seriously considering suicide in the past months. This statistic illustrates the percentage of US adults who reported increased substance use or suicidal ideation related to the COVID-19 pandemic by employment status. Please understand, there are so many doctors, there are so many emergency room workers who are not able to handle seeing the amount of deaths that are happening. There are so many there's so many workers, there are so many people who are seeing so much of deaths, so much of unemployment, so much of problems that are happening, that so many people are contemplating on suicide. Please understand, while the world is struggling through this, while the whole world is trying to fight this, come to terms with this, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, even before the world can smell something close to pandemic or a disease starting, so the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism warned the humanity. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, 3 years before this can start, years before the whole smell of pandemic can start, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed, saying, keep yourself alive, save yourself. So many direct and indirect warnings the Supreme Pontiff gave. Even through the pandemic, continued to offer.
Every time, continuously, if all of us have observed from 2000 and much before that, actually, like how Devi revealed, but she has been preparing all of us. Actually, if you see, Nithyananda, like if we, whether in the Adinam, whether installation of that 108 garbhas around the Adinam,
yes,
and installation of
that time, just as a conscious shift to protect, Swamiji has been working and preparing for
it. Actually, if you remember, in 2012, Swamiji had revealed, telling that there's going to be a huge conscious shift that's going to be happening. And Swamiji had also mentioned how in 2021, there's going to be a huge conscious shift that is going to be happening. And that's exactly as Swamiji has told. And Swamiji prepared a huge water reservoir in the Adinam, making sure that continuously blessing that whole place, continuously walking every inch of that ground, because only when Swamiji's feet touches that, the whole water forever it will be available. The whole ground would be continuously be available to nourish humanity. So much, so much. My God, I'm just amazed as we are sharing. Actually, we have one video excerpt from one of the satsangs that Swamiji is happening. Swamiji's been sharing with us that how what is happening now is Pralaya was revealed by Supreme Pontiff. Let us take a few minutes to watch that now. As we request that to be played in the full screen.